Galactic Federation Update. June 18, 2013. 7 Kaab, 11 Kawak, 9 Eb. Selamat Jaran. We return with much to discuss. As you can see, your world is still subject to the last fading antics of the old reality. Each passing moment brings the dark cabal closer to its inevitable demise. We watch with compassion as it comes to recognize and grapple with the outcome of its choices, the total collapse of all it has known. Those of our associates involved with this aspect are wrapping up the operation which will render these dark ones powerless and a mere shell of what they once were. The new governance which will succeed the old order is to explain the master plan for change and the approximate schedule, and some of it is likely to astound even those of you who are most informed. These broadcasts will lead swiftly to a full disclosure of our benevolent existence and our reasons for being here. Once done, we can then work with the Ascended Masters, and present to you a chronological outline of your origins and history, and an introduction to the wonders of full consciousness. Our primary mission is to return you to a state of union with yourself, and this will be completed once we have landed and you have been introduced to your inner Earth family. It is important for you to comprehend what is involved in your transformation to a fully conscious being. It is, in truth, a very complex and delicate operation. You possess several billion sets of RNA-DNA switches which need to be reversed. You also have nearly 1 million miles of unique physical structures that require special alterations. All this is to be accomplished by a means that heaven has devised and which will also be controlled by your divine will. This entire process is to be carried out via a set of sacred formulas, given to us by our medical teams and our heavenly advisors, and using techniques which are being allowed only because of the special mandate connected with your destiny, to become a fully conscious being of light. Heaven watches all this very closely and assures us that you are to shift according to the divine schedule which translates into a specific time frame. You stand now on the brink of this time as your divine moment is at hand. As you look around you, it behooves you to perceive the immense significance of this most unique and precious moment. Each day we interact with your dark cabal and wonder at its dogged and seemingly oblivious stance at the prospect of any future change. In truth, it is simply doing what the divine so desires. On the one hand, it deeply believes in itself and its invincibility, and on the other, it watches in panic as its many plans are thwarted by the changing conditions thrown up by the collision between its desires and your incoming divine reality. It now recognizes this dichotomy to be untenable as it sees just how close is the collapse of its world, and a sense of doom has overcome the leadership groups as they stare into the face of the unknown. They are starting to see that the invincibility and power they took so for granted are illusions and all the plans they had made ultimately pipe dreams. Hence their disarray mounts, and their ability to direct the affairs of the world falters and wanes. As their grip weakens, the incoming light picks up the slack, and now a great shift toward the light is upon us. Your reality has arrived at what is called its divine shift point. During the next stage of operations, unprecedented announcements are to be broadcast, accompanied by a grand disbursement of wealth, new governance, and disclosure. Your new governance is to be fully transparent and a true instrument of the divine. Miracles and wonders will be the order of the day. Take a moment to realize the deep import of what lies in front of you. It is all too easy to underestimate the impact of these events on your emotions, your lives, your neighborhoods, and humanity at large. The seemingly impossible will be rolled out before you, evoking a befitting gratitude and humility from deep within. But feel also the triumph, as all you have envisioned so patiently and for so long at last comes true. This is no time to go into ho-hum mode. It is what all your work and dedication have been focused on. And now your strength and compassion are needed still, as the dark ones go through their trials of accountability and then take their places among you. As you return to full consciousness, all pain and anger will vanish as will the past. Hosanna to the light. We are your Ascended Masters. We come at a time of joy and a great shift in your reality. Millennia have been leading up to this moment. You are bearing witness to something very special which most have thought impossible, the termination of an entrenched reality which forced you to think, act, and believe things which the dark deemed practical to its purposes. Every day the sacred was profaned and the good allowed little scope. This oppression of your natural state of being is ending and you are watching the darks fall from grace all around you. We wait in manifest rapture and prepare to reveal to you the truth so long denied you. The disbursement of funds and the shift in governance are only the first signs of what is coming. Your world is charging headlong toward new paradigms and your growing consciousness can no longer countenance the dysfunctional impudence of the dark cabal. Heaven has mandated the changes that have brought your world to this state of transition, and you are waking up collectively to the global dilemma wrought by the dark's avarice and total disregard for nature. You are also recognizing the immutability of the short time remaining in which to redress these immense improprieties. To do this you require advanced technical assistance and know-how, and so we have procured special dispensations which allow your space family to quickly amend what so urgently faces you. This joint operation will strengthen your will to good and quickly repair Gaia's surface world. This activity will also prepare you for our sacred teachings and allow each of you to reach out personally to Gaia, which will assist you to become aligned with her and to respect and admire her multitudes of interlocking ecosystems. We suggest that the time remaining would be useful for reflection. It is important to see what is happening and prepare yourselves for a sacred journey of truth and love. You are to interact with those who, long ago, were allowed only indirect access to you as you fell into limited consciousness. Over the ensuing millennia these family members were permitted only a small amount of direct interaction with you. This is now to change, and you will be able to see them over the broadcast media and occasionally in person. You will learn about love, and that abundance in all things is the nature of the universe. You will learn how to flourish in a world free from want and strife and harsh one-sided rules. You will see how transformed your surface realm becomes. Then, deep within your sacred mother, you can return to full consciousness and learn about your destiny. Today we continued our messages. We rejoice in all that is happening. This beautiful, changing planet is beginning to express the exuberance and joy of a being who is moving her inner and her surface realms back into unity. You too are set to receive a wonderful series of gifts from heaven. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajan. Selamat Ya, Syrian for B1. And be enjoy. Channeled by Sheldan Nidle. www.paoweb.com